Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to our weekly team huddle. Tristan here. So excited to be sharing business building tips with you guys tonight and really just digging back into March, which March is all about a focus of getting back to the roots, getting back to the basics, simply doing it, knowing our priorities, and using our fears to actually be the compass that leads our life in general. And so tonight we're just going to dig into that a little bit deeper. So the first thing I want to talk about with you guys, the very first thing is something that I specifically intentionally did tonight before I got in Huddle was changed into clothes that I was comfortable in. A lot of the times when I do Huddle, I am wearing work clothes, right? And that's fine. If that's what you're doing, that's perfect. But for me and my business, I want to be intentional to work my business how I want to work it and to be who I truly am while I'm working my business. The job that I go to every day is a job that I love. I'm a nurse. I worked really hard for that degree, and I'm a really good nurse. It's something I pride myself on. I've advanced very quickly in the nursing career. I have a lot of really good doctors. I have several different initials behind your name, which is a big, the more initials you get and the bigger your title is, like a big deal. It's just confusing pretty much. But I'm a good nurse. I'm proud of the nurse I am, but that is my job. My passion and my career is plexus. And so I want to always be doing intentionally working my business and what's comfortable and what's me the best. And so I want to encourage you guys when you get on huddles, whether it be Monday night or Tuesday night huddle, to be comfortable and to wear the clothes that represent you the best. There's a couple things about this. There's a couple things. Kayla's funny. She says, that's me. Sorry, you guys have to see the homeless looking version of Kayla. Whatever, Kayla. That is nonsense. Not true at all. Like, this is part of getting back to the roots and getting back to the basics and focusing on your brand. Now, if you are someone that you are getting up every day and you are wearing the business clothes and you are a Rita Davenport talked about being the person. She got it every day. She put her stilettos on. She put her outfit on that she joked about it costing hundreds of dollars, with her 2 watches, one being like $500,000 because it was fancy, and the other one being a $20 one from Walmart because she could read the words or read the letters, so she knew what truly time was. If that is you and that's how you get in your mindset, then be you. I want you to be that person. For me, my brand and who I am is I'm a country girl that gets dirty and goes out and works in the mud and usually has hair that is crazy because of the wind and curls and is not afraid of getting my hands dirty, but at the same time has big, big dreams. And that's my brand. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, but more than anything, I'm a small town girl that has big dreams for something greater, which is pretty uncommon in central Illinois and Iowa in particular. People in these states and where we live, they're very workforce driven, which is great. Somewhere usually in our family history is factory workers or farmers, and that's driven by hard work, and hard work is how you succeed. Getting your hands dirty, going to work every single day, working sun up to sundown, and doing that daily grind. Being somebody else's worker so that somewhere up the line is getting paid the big bucks, but you are doing the manual labor. And that is a normal way of thinking a lot of the times for where we're from. I say that is hogwash. I am a farmer's daughter, farmer's granddaughter. One side of the family is farmers. The other side of the family is carpenters. My dad has always worked in a factory and worked hard. And I understand that. And that is where I've got my work ethic from. However, I believe there's a better way. I know that there's a better way. So I want us to get back to the basics and get back to you and get back to your brand. If you are that person, oh, you guys are blowing up the chat and I'm not even paying attention. If you are that person, that you are the messy ponytail, like Amanda's got going on tonight, that side messy ponytail, that is Amanda, and we love her, and she rocks that. I don't want her to be anybody she's not, right? On the other hand, you have Jill, whose hair is never out of place and always looks professional, and that is Jill. Jill can go to the gym, and her hair still looks good, okay? And don't let her tell you it doesn't, because I've seen pictures and it does. It's crazy. But that is Jill, and we love Jill for that. Be you. Go back to the basics and be how you are. Oh, Amanda says somehow she gave birth to this kid. If you didn't know, Amanda and Jill are mother-daughter. Jill's mom, Amanda's daughter. So it's perfect. Well, I mean, Amanda, you could have been the mom. I had to specify. Anyway, so go back to the basics. Refocus on you. Refocus on your brand and show your audience who that person is. If you are funny, I want to know your humor. If you are serious, I want to know you're serious. If you are, okay, for example, Molly Hall did a really good post a couple days ago. She lives in a little tiny town, smaller than I live, okay, and I live in a town of 650 people. Molly lives in a smaller town than I do, and she was literally at a dead stop because chickens were crossing the road. Y'all, if that is not showing you country living and Molly's image, I don't know what is. Molly is a homesteader, okay? She didn't have her phone on for 2 days because she was at the church butchering. Butchering. Did you hear me correct? That is Molly. They just got chicks in, and what are they going to do with those chicks when they grow up? They're going to eat them. It's her life. It's her lifestyle. That's her homestead. She is a homestead girl. She has a big farm. That's her brand. We want Molly to be that brand. On the other side, completely opposite of that, you have our teams that live in big city and have never known anything bigger than big city. So know that. Amanda says, further proof I belong in the city. And that's okay. So go back to that basics. Go back to the brand. Show your audience. Show us who you are. I think it's really easy sometimes to get persuaded. We all have these mentors, right? Like I love Sarah Robbins. Well, I do love Sarah Robbins, but I meant to say Sarah Marble. Sarah Marble is a diamond in our in Plexus. She's a nurse. She is a rock star. But Sarah Marble always is put together, you guys. Always. That girl never had the hair out of place. She is always wearing dress pants, and she has been known to say that when she goes to an event, she dresses for success. And that's fine because that is her brand. But let me tell you what, right now, if I could get away without wearing a bra because that's just a little too far for me, I would. That's my brand. I am a small town country girl that has dreams for bigger. Just because I respect and love Sarah and think that she is an amazing mentor of mine doesn't mean I should copy everything she does, go out and buy her wardrobe, copy her hairstyle. That's not me. That would not be being me. That would not be personal to my audience, to my team. I would not be being the best version of me because I would be changing the version of me. You guys understand? This is about being the best you possible. It's not about creating you into a completely different person. That's not what we want to do. And if you feel like you're turning into somebody that you were never meant to be, then you need to take a step back and you need to do some self-evaluation. And you need to make sure that the steps you are doing are creating you into the best you possible, creating you into the best Sherry that God made, not Penelope from Sherry. We don't want a Penelope. We want Sherry. We love Sherry, and we want her to be the best version of her possible. Okay, that was the first thing. Be you. Know your brand. Embrace who you are, and that's who I want to see showing up. Those are the posts that we want to see on Facebook. Those are the interactions people want to be having. I was scrolling through Facebook a little bit ago, time waster, truly, but one of my friends that I'm really good friends with, went to high school with, she's hilarious, said, this was her quote that she wrote on Facebook, if one more person adds me just to sells me something, I'm going to throat punch them. And you guys, it immediately struck a nerve with me because how true is that? In a business that we're all constantly encouraging you guys to increase your network and constantly talking about having intentional relationships, we need to be really careful that we're not being salesy and that we're not being perceived as people that are literally going in for the kill. I had some really good conversations today with several of you. In each of those conversations, we talked about relationships and we talked about being intentional. When I talk about following up and reaching out to 3 to 10 new people a day, I'm not saying shove Plexus in their face. And if that is the image or that's the verbiage or the lesson you've ever gotten from anything that I've said, I've failed you. And I apologize for that. And I want to correct that. When I'm talking about reaching out to new people, I want you to take a genuine interest in their life. This is a relationship building business. And the people that succeed best at this business are those that truly care. So when we're talking about increasing your network and expanding your network, I'm not talking about adding yourself to a new Facebook group and then adding all 1,000 of those people. Heck no. I'm talking about adding yourself or being a part of a new Facebook group and then going through and seeing which people you genuinely connect with. I'm a part of this, it's truly called a wannabe granola group because I'm way more hippie than I ever thought I would be, but I'm not 100% granola, right? Like when we have another baby, I would love to try cloth diapers, but let's be honest, George ain't ever gonna fall for cloth diapers, okay? Ain't gonna happen. He's not gonna wash no boo-boo out of some underwear. He's gonna be like, disposable, please and thank you. So it's a wannabe granola group, okay? Anyway, so there's this girl on this group, and she is freaking hilarious. Like she posts something and I am dying in laughter. That is somebody I wanna do life with. I could care less if she ever buys Plexus products from me and if she's a part of our team. Now, do I want her to be able to have the freedom that we have? Yes. But at the same time, her as a friend in my life genuinely brings joy to my life. Those are the people you want to connect with. Those are the people you want to build those relationships. Don't be fake and don't be salesy. It's so easy for us to start something and make it so much more complicated. Stop making it complicated. Stop overthinking it. Simply be you. When we're reaching out to new people and you're sharing with people this new opportunity that you're doing, just share the opportunity. Say, hey, I started a new business with Plex, or I started this new health and wellness business. I would love to share more with you about it. It's my passion. I would love to lock arms with you and have you experience this with me. Make sure that when you're saying these things, it sounds like you. Now, if that's not how you talk, don't talk that way. Make it so it's you. For me, my friends know that it's nothing for me to be like, hey girl, okay, that's me. But if George said hey girl to somebody, that wouldn't go very well. Do you make the conversation about you? Don't make it about somebody else. We can have mentors and we can have people we admire and we can have people that we're like, okay, they're doing something right, so I want to do that too. But you still have to make it reasonable and you still have to make it acquaintable. Is that a word? We're going to use it. To your personality, okay? So remember these things. Go back to the basics. One other thing I want to talk about, and then I'm going to let you guys ask some questions because this group over here is blowing up and I can't pay attention to what all's being said. Okay, one other thing. I listened to a really good video today by Tim and Michelle Thomas on Rock the Pink Live. I want to do the abbreviation, but I just have to say it out loud. It was actually who they did on Monday. If you didn't listen to it, go watch it. But they had a guest speaker on who on their team that just went Fast Start Gold. She will be a part of Plexus. She signed up as an ambassador. Tomorrow is her 30-day mark, so March 8th. And on the Rock the Pink Live on Monday, she was signing up her 24th ambassador. When she joined Plexus because her son had eczema and she simply wanted to buy the body cream for a cheaper price. But it took that ambassador that she signed up under 3.5 months for her of follow-up, consistent follow-up. Every single week, Amelia is her upline name, followed up with her and said, just genuine conversation, you guys. I really think this can help your son. How's he doing? Let me send you a sample. You know, if she would post something on Facebook about an outbreak or if he was having an outbreak with his skin, she would genuinely reach out. Oh my gosh, that has to be miserable. You know, genuine conversation. Okay, she signed up as an ambassador. In the first 3 days, She went silver just because she had 3 family members that could join her. Amazing. Amelia at day 3 reached out to her and said, we need to get together and talk because I see potential in this, that you could do more. At that point, her Melissa is her name, had no idea what Fast Start Gold was. She had no idea the benefits, no idea the business side of this. She met with Amelia, her and her husband did. Melissa and her husband met with Amelia, and Amelia said, I want you to go Fast Start Gold, and this is what you need to do to make it happen. I challenge you to reach out to 50 people and cold message them or call them or text them, but do it today. And I want you simply to say, I started a new business or company with health and wellness. I'm really excited about it. I've gotten really focused on getting hormones out of my diet and making sure that I'm healing myself from the inside out. It's my passion. I would love for you to look into this or to join me on this journey. So there was 3 things that Melissa did. 1, she showed them what they were doing. 2, she talked about passion. And what passion means is she was in it for the long haul. This wasn't something she was doing just for the heck of it. She identified, this is my passion. She said a little bit about the business, but not only did she invite them to join her, but she encouraged them and she led with that. Okay, so she's had people in the last month that's told her no. She's had people that have told her she was crazy. She's a PA, so she's a physician assistant. That's like an APN. We don't have a lot of PAs around here, but they're like, they work in the hospital pretty much. They don't have they're a doctor's. I don't even know how to describe it. Listen, they're good people, okay? They're like an APN. It's hard to describe because we don't have a lot of them in the Midwest. Anyway, so she's educated is the point. She makes good money. She knows what she's talking about when it comes to medicine. She writes prescriptions, and she talks about that as being someone in the medical field that she felt like all we did a lot of the times was put Band-Aids on. And she used the example specifically with blood pressure. Someone came in with high blood pressure, maybe they would talk about losing weight. Maybe they would talk about changing up their diet. But 100% of the times they talked about, here's your new prescription for medication. And she didn't like that. She couldn't stand that. So she shared with us. She's had people that have told her she was crazy. She's had people that have told her no. She's had people that have turned their nose up at her. But what stopped her? Nothing. She figured out quickly that this could be something that could influence her life, and she made it simple. Her upline said, this is what you're going to do. And she said, okay, let's do it. She talks about, with Tim and Michelle, that if her upline would have never told her, she probably wouldn't do it. And she probably would have had those 3 ambassadors that joined her because she wanted to get her money back, but she doubts she would have pushed herself to do anything more. Now she's Fast Star Gold. She's added 24 ambassadors as of Monday. I don't know how many she's added since then, as of yesterday. And she's well on her way to senior gold. Out of those 24 ambassadors that she has signed, 2 of them are telling her that they're ready to work their business, and they're doing things like 3-way messages. They're doing things like Facebook events. The other thing that Tim and Michelle talk about that is huge is that fast is fun and slow is hard. And the reason for this is very network minded. And I can tell you, being in this business for 2.5 years, when momentum is going and fast and people are signing like crazy and people are having a good time, fast is fun. But it doesn't take a whole lot to really get slowed down, to put the brakes on, and to lose momentum. And when you lose momentum, it can be challenging. And so it's really important to stay on top of that and to keep sharing. But her biggest advice going Fast Start Gold is uplines. We need to be sharing. We need to be telling our team what's going on, and we need to make it simple. And as new ambassadors that are just joining us, or somebody that wants more and you're ready to go silver and you're ready to go gold, but that hasn't happened yet, is to keep it simple and fast is fun. When you get that momentum going, don't let up. Okay, let me go through these. Literally so many messages. Holy smokes. Anybody have any questions? Jill left your dangly earrings on while working out. You're hilarious. Oh, Molly says she lives, Molly, it's Crosby, right? Is that the name of your town? She says there's less than 100 people up there. Does that include the chickens, or is that just people?
There's about 100 people, like, in town, and there are more chickens than there are people.
I told you. I love it. Amanda says she literally doesn't wear real pants unless she's in public. No, Jill, he does not. Oh, you guys are so funny. Our team is not about cloth diapers. That's what they're not about. Jess, do you use cloth diapers though? Did you ever? Why did I feel like you did? We have a recording somewhere of George changing Josiah's first diaper. Now that's funny. Oh yeah, for sure. Lots of gagging. Yeah. So if you don't know what I'm talking about with Tim and Michelle, they're Rock the Pink Live. They're Monday nights, every Monday night at 8 o'clock. They're usually 20 to 30 minutes long. They're always tidbits. So Michelle Thomas is a diamond. What is Tim? A sapphire or emerald? Emerald? Emerald. Oh, sorry. I scroll really loudly. I can't help my computer. Anyway, Jess says she thought about it for 5 seconds and that was it. I bought cloth diapers when Josiah was born, but I used them as birth brags. I think Jill said that. So yeah, so funny. Sorry guys, it was my clicking. That was the obnoxious noise you heard. Okay, does anybody have any questions, any thoughts, any comments? Amanda, when do we have new ambassador training? Is that this week or next?
Next week. So next Thursday? Yeah.
If you are looking, go ahead.
16th.
The 16th. Okay. If you are looking to go silver this month, or silver, or sterling silver, that's what we call it, which means go silver again. We have a group going on that Amber created that is really fun. We're going to start putting a bunch of information in there that really is just about helping you guys to get silver. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Brittany Danley is not on tonight, but she is a brand new ambassador under Kaylee. And she has added 2 ambassadors this month. That girl is almost silver. She is rocking. She added 1 on the first of the month and 1 yesterday. So one other thing that just popped in my head, our team is getting more condensed in certain areas. So, we have a pretty big Princeton team. We have a good team growing here in like Farmington, Elmwood, Yates City area. But one thing I want to point out is we all have different networks. I don't know the same people that Kayla knows. Kayla doesn't know the same people that Jess knows. Amanda doesn't know the same people that Jill knows, and they're mother-daughter. Tam doesn't know the same people that Christine and Sagan or her sister-in-law knows, right? Like, we all know different people. So something that I feel like people get caught up on a lot is, oh, I don't know if I can succeed because I'm from a small town. Or I don't know if I can succeed because there's too many people in my area. That is an excuse, and you need to stop using it, because there are plenty of people in this world, on this planet, for every single one of us to go dive. That's my last little tidbit. Okay, let's take a picture. Where's my phone? Found it. P.S. I saw a meme today that was really funny that said, I'll start calling my phone a smartphone when I say, hey, where's my phone? And it yells back at me, in the couch cushions. I'm like, I need that. Okay. Everybody say cheers. Yay. Okay. No questions? Nothing? All right, guys. Have a good night. Thank you so much.